Hey Steve, picking up where we left off. I thought I'd maybe situate us a little bit more. I know we were moving pretty fast there, and you've done some testing in Writer, but I don't know how much time you spent in Writer Agent, the upgrade that's really unlocked the whole being able to agentify workflows without needing IT resourcing. So if I wanted to do maybe something super generic here, just to kind of show you how this levels up and how it's leveled up at our team as far as how we use Writer and how we think we could drive value through virtual enablement with the marketing folks, and then an onsite to really accelerate as far as Chip and Ray and all the problems that need solving that AI can help with. So maybe it's something as basic as, help me prepare for my upcoming meeting with Advent Health. So I know you're used to a reasoning model and seeing it in action here. It's going to create a plan and do all that. So let me just skip ahead here as far as like when that finishes out, going to the last session that I did. Great. Okay, so we're seeing the results here. Sorry, I'm just moving my face. There we are. Seeing the results, and then let's say this is where people would prototype in one-off use cases. We have the ability to connect into your different enterprise tooling. That's something that we should be unlocking, that we've asked about and talked about. I know Claude can do this, but I know people are using Claude in a one-off way where we're actually a vendor, AI-approved vendor with you also. Being able to tap into that, I think, would be huge. So let's just say that this was a use case that was like, hey, I want to make this repeatable. I don't want to have to come back here and prompt and do different things. Just I can ask it, can you create a repeatable playbook for me here? So you see it goes ahead and does that, gives you a breakdown of the plan that it's going to run, some of the inputs, and I can say, hey, add to my playbooks. And then this should look familiar as far as some of those interfaces that I was showing you earlier on the demo, as far as what the interface looks like. And there's a couple different ways to build. So I could do it the way that we were doing there, or I could also just build from scratch. Just gonna move my console here. New playbook, and let's see here. Pretend I'm in charge of cross-selling at Vizient, and I'm trying to come up with a agent or playbook that would allow my people to tap into Salesforce, cross-reference opportunities, upload files, and produce email campaigns, and maybe supporting account conversation decks to support those upsell efforts. So I was just totally riffing on that, but you'll see, building is as easy as if you can describe it, you can build it, and then move from there. So I just hit that transform button at the right, and Writer's going to create the system prompt that is can power an agentic workflow. Even calling into the connectors required. I would just need to set these up in this demo instance here, and if I hit that play button, should look pretty familiar as far as kind of those examples I was showing you. So that was a really rudimentary example of me showing you and situating you in Writer. Let me show you what members of our selling team have been able to produce just with natural language. So this is, our customers are actually using this type of stuff too. So created this, a Vizient version of this, right, where it's like, hey, I want to put in one of my existing customers or net new. I want to create a strategic dossier. It's going to connect to different things like FATSEC. It's going to look up earnings calls, all the type of stuff that you would want as a seller, whether it's expansion, cross-selling, or net new, to have a great conversation and get AI to do it. And even being able to, again, put in the template that we've been developing so that any deck creations are relevant to you all. So I got the customer name, the function I'm selling into, and I'll hit run. And it's going to start working on, the playbook steps that you see there on the left. It's going to create an interactive website. It's going to give us ROI, margin impacts, all the things you're seeing on the right here. And I'm just going to skip over to the right to the actual output in a second. So here's what it produced, and the best part is like we can dial all this to your requirements. Or internally we have ones for upsell, we have ones for discovery calls, we have ones for existing customers, but it's got all that insight. And the idea is like probably your best people are doing a lot of this research themselves, attaching to initiatives and intelligence, leveraging competitor info. But how do we kind of operationalize that? So all you need to do is hit a button and you're getting that. And just dialing it back a little bit, when I was first working with Vizient, Steve Walden, I know the former head of AI, passed, but one of the use cases that we were talking about was around this type of stuff, salespeople, preparation, what did that look like? And at the time he was envisioning more of a chat experience. And I was like, well, what if it was more of a one button click? Wouldn't that be how sellers actually would use this? We made it as easy as possible. And his response was, I didn't think about that, a year or so, year and a half later, right? And that's what's possible. And being able to maintain this with natural language and have your sellers kind of, maybe not all of them, maybe the people that are leaning in or classified as builders, being able to tweak this and share it out easily with other members of the team. And depending on the context of the meeting, we can leverage all the best discovery questions or objection handling across the team and constantly refresh and operationalize that. So hopefully that kind of gives you a flavor of where we were going, both on the sales side as well as this type of thing can be built for marketing contexts as well, as quickly and easily as I was showcasing to you a moment ago with that microphone. And again, the agentification of it. So maybe I produce this, but I got to hit the road. I got to get to this customer meeting, and it automatically is sending me the pieces I need over email for my specific type of meeting. So maybe if it's more expansion related or cross-sell, depending, these can all be tweaked and delivered in Microsoft Teams, in Microsoft Office. I've got Gmail here. And then just closing out, maybe I did one on a competitor of yours, and just being able to get a sense of the competitive lens and schedule Writer to send these out on a weekly basis. So with Writer, you can really put AI on a schedule. So it's being operationalized, again, all with natural language. Or maybe, when it comes to some of the selling motions, we, instead of decks, and we do these leave behind websites, hubs that we leave now that, shows, this is one I did for one of my customers. Here's the 3 workflows that we're prioritizing in an evaluation: brand refresh, content alignment, of course, end-to-end campaign orchestration, and then distribution marketing audits. And just being able to leverage calls in this interactive way and just load this in. I did this quickly within just Writer Agent, and then again, someone on our team made a skill out of this interactive website. So I just pop that in anytime I want to create something like this, and it's able to do so. And then one last one, I think that the sales leaders will like this. So people like Andy and the people that work for Andy, like Lindsay, who heads up our central department, they created this deal review dashboard that, obviously we need to talk about accounts, their health, are they renewing, are there cross-sell opportunities? So they just have us put a couple details in here. It pulls from our MS Teams in your world, Slack in our world, maybe a couple files, Salesforce, and it produces a sanitized version, like a health review for a specific customer. I sanitized this one, but kind of gives an objective view for everyone to kind of have discussions around it, as far as where they're going, where we see value, where kind of there's blockages, and this could be dialed to specific MEDPIC frameworks at your company, or even the individuals that people are trying to get in front of, the plans. All that good stuff. And then maybe lastly, one I skipped over, because I know you guys have a ton of people doing field work too. So, what does it look like to really get people prepared for those on-sites, so that we can have great conversations, no matter if it's the specific seller that knows the account the best, or some of the executives that we're looking to create relationships with. So not having to, schedule meetings and, MS Teams about stuff, but being able to spin up these interactive, easy to digest lookbooks to really make sure that you have the best possible in-person experience. We'll tell you right now, and I'm sure you guys believe it, like brand and human interaction is going to be the differentiator in an increasingly AI-driven world. So anything we can do to use AI to improve those human moments or brand differentiation, we've got a ton of different use cases. So again, we don't know your selling world. We've been localized in marketing, and even there, very localized. There's a lot of value that I believe that we can extract once or partner on, deepen the partnership once we get through the renewal. So this was meant to be a bit of a smorgasbord of what that could look like. We'd love to get on site with the marketing group to help them build this muscle and be able to build types of playbooks and agentify use cases the way that you're seeing here. And if you agree and there's opportunity to kind of tick off some of these other boxes on the sales and sales operations side, we'd love to look at that in parallel, just so that you guys are maxing out everything that you could be doing with Writer from an orchestration perspective. And again, kind of building up your people to contribute to how AI can solve some of those problems that otherwise are slowing people down. But our customers obviously are actually accelerating the more that they lean in with Writer. So we'll look forward to your thoughts. We'd love to do a deeper dive. And if there's anyone that you think it might make sense to talk to better understand how the sales operations and sales team is using AI and what maybe some gaps are with the tooling from an orchestration, or just like, we wish it did this, we'd love to kind of zero in and build some custom demos and kind of show you how we can partner in that way. Tally ho.